25 graphic design books that will change your approach to design. Welcome to our important graphic design reading list. If you're a graphic designer looking for fresh ideas and techniques to improve your design skills, you've also come to the perfect location if you specialize in a different aspect of design. This is why new specialty positions and definitions are constantly being established as the design profession evolves. While understanding the differences between UX and UI design is crucial, it's also vital to realize that the finest designers rarely specialize in one area. One Thinking with Type by Ellen Lupton. I still have a copy of this book, which was one of the first graphic design books I ever read. The book's design adds to its value by providing beautifully illustrated examples of how to put the topics presented in the book into practice. According to the publisher, Ellen Lupton delivers clear and focused guidance on how letters, phrases, and paragraphs must be aligned, spaced, ordered, and shaped. From typefaces and type families to kerning and tracking to using a grid, the book covers all you need to know about typography. To Now You See It and Other Essays on Design. Michael Bierut is a partner at Pentagram Design, and his work may be found in the permanent collections of museums all around the world, including MoMA and the Cooper Hewitt, Smithsonian Design Museum. According to the publisher, Bierut engages with an engaging and diverse array of problems in more than 50 excellent and digestible short writings over the past decade. The topics covered in the essays include design history, practice, and method, urban architecture and design, design fake stories, pop culture, hydrogen gas, H2 cookies, Peggy Noonan, baseball, The Sopranos, and an inside look at his experience designing Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign's forward logo. 3. Designing brand identity. Alina Wheeler's best-selling guide to branding contains a wealth of knowledge for both branding and design students. It now includes extended coverage of social media cross-channel synergy, crowdsourcing, SEO, experience branding, mobile devices, wayfinding, and placemaking, and has been revised for the 5th time. Designing brand identity is divided into 3 sections: brand fundamentals, process basics, and case studies. It offers in-depth assistance for both designers and full branding teams, taking them through a universal 5-stage method for brand development and execution. Paula Skur, a partner at Pentagram, states, Alina Wheeler explains what identity design is and how it works better than anyone else, she says. There's a reason this classic is in its 5th edition. With a foreword by Debbie Millman, host of the Design Matters podcast, you know you're in excellent hands. 4. Branding, in 5.5 steps. This is a must-read for everyone interested in branding. In his book, Branding, in 5.5 Steps, renowned graphic designer Michael Johnson deconstructs the branding process. Johnson acknowledges the nonlinear nature of branding with a vital half-step, which marks the fluid interplay between strategy and design. The first half of the book is organized around a straightforward 6-question paradigm. The second half examines the design process using over 1,000 contemporary brand identities from around the world. It's the ultimate visual guide to building a great brand identity, with step-by-step instructions. It's a must-read for everyone working in the branding field, and it's especially useful for students and novice designers. 5. Logo Modernism. Taskin publishes some of the most beautiful publications, and Logo Modernism is no exception. Jens Muller explores the distillation of modernism in graphic design and how these attitudes and imperatives gave rise to corporate identity by bringing together around 6,000 trademarks registered between 1940 and 1980. Muller contains a wide range of logos organized into 3 categories: geometric, effect, and typographic, to both educate and provide a comprehensive index of inspirational logo designs to inform your own work. 6.50 Best Logos Ever. It's usually a good idea to look back for ideas for your work. A team of prominent branding and identity design specialists has compiled the ultimate list of the 50 best logos ever in this fascinating book. The book delves into the creative processes behind some of the world's most recognizable identity design work. Check to see whether your favorite logo made the list. 7. The Elements of Typographic Style, V4. This history and guide to type by Canadian typographer, poet, and translator Robert Bringhurst, first published in 1992, is an important typographic resource. We can see why leading typographers Jonathan Hoefler and Tobias Frere-Jones deem it the finest book ever published about type. The Elements of Documents is a wonderfully written manual that includes practical, theoretical, and historical knowledge as well as a deeper philosophy and knowledge of the issue. You'll save a lot of money if you start with this book if you're seeking for a book that covers the finer points of type and typography. The Latin alphabet and its characters appendix is a fantastic piece of eye candy that any designer will appreciate. 8. How to be a graphic designer without losing your soul. If you're just getting started in graphic design, How to be a graphic designer without losing your soul might help you navigate the more academic and philosophical parts of the field. This new, expanded edition adds new chapters on key expertise, the design side, and global themes such as social responsibility, ethics, and the advent of digital technology to this essential classic according to the publisher. How to be a graphic designer provides straightforward, succinct advice as well as focused, no-nonsense tactics for establishing, running, and promoting a studio, as well as getting work and interacting with clients. 9. Graphic design thinking, beyond brainstorming. This is Ellen Lupton's second novel to make the list. Lupton is the design curator of the Cooper Hewitt National Design Museum in New York, and in graphic design thinking, she draws on both her own knowledge and experience as well as interactions with industry leaders. Graphic design thinking explores a number of ways to encourage fresh thinking in order to arrive at compelling and practical solutions, according to the publisher. A brief narrative text explains each technique, which is followed by a range of graphic demonstrations and case studies. 10. Grid Systems, Principles of Organizing Type by Kimberly Elam. One of the primary concepts of design is to create an effective composition that works. Kimberly Elam, a well-known graphic designer, teacher, and best-selling author, wrote this book. It gives you the knowledge you need to understand what grid-based design is and how to utilize it wisely and effectively to achieve the desired impact. 11. William Lidwell, Christina Holden, and Jill Butler's Universal Principles of Design. Whatever you're working on as a designer, whether it's a brochure, a painting, a video game, or a new technology, you'll be faced with comparable challenges. Of course, you can't be an expert in every discipline, but no one can deny that creating excellent design requires a specific combination of academic and practical knowledge and skills. William Lidwell has compiled a wealth of practical information for any graphic designer. This book has been a bestseller in a number of countries, and now it's up to you to decide whether it's worth your time. This book is simple to read and offers numerous particular examples and graphics to aid learners. 12. Third edition in color. Artists and designers can participate in a workshop. Hornung, David. Color, a workshop for artists and designers is an excellent resource for art students and professionals alike, taking a practical approach to color. It effectively bridges the gap between color theory and practice with its succession of particularly designed exercises and in-depth conversations, inspiring confidence and knowledge in anyone working with color. This third edition includes more current examples drawn from textiles, graphic design, illustration, and animation, in addition to painting. A new design, new assignments, and an extended explanation of digital approaches have all been added to the mix. 13. Form and space are two design elements. Denis Pohala is a character in the film Denis Pohala. Students will gain an aesthetic awareness of form in the context of organizing space in design elements, form and space. The book takes a very scholarly approach to giving readers with objective criteria for evaluating a composition's strengths and flaws. The ideas of spatial forces, visual aesthetics, color structure, spatial structure, and ordering strategy are all taught to students. The work offers spatial organization as a visual language whose structure is formed by the graphic elements of point, line, plane, and volume, as well as their visual qualities. Its structure is made up of graphic elements such as point, line, plane, and volume, as well as their visual qualities. The book explores the logic of placement, grouping, alignment, visual flow, and spatial divisions, as well as color harmonies, via this perspective.